Thank you for coming today. I'd like to welcome everyone here. We have a number of delegates, a number of VIPs. It's a great day in Peterborough. It's a great day whenever we are having an announcement. We are here at fire station number 3. It's one of the newest ones that we have here in Peterborough. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you my friends, the MPP for Dufferin-Caledon, our Solicitor General, Sylvia Jones.
Always a pleasure to join you in Peterborough. And thank you for joining us today. I also want to thank Chief Chris Snitzinger and the Peterborough Fire Department for hosting today's event. While we are all fortunate to live in a safe and secure country, Ontario still experiences natural disasters and emergencies that put lives at risk. Floods, tornadoes, chemical spills, and in unlikely cases, terror attacks. And while our local first responders are always the first ones on the scene, sometimes they could use some extra help and more specialized response. Urban search and rescue teams, hazardous material teams, and chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and explosive teams are the backbone of specialized disaster response in the province of Ontario. The first responders that make up these teams are brave men and women who have gone through very specialized training to be able to help us when we need it. They comb through the rubble of collapsed buildings in search for victims, respond to uncontrolled releases of hazardous chemicals and explosives, and perform other life-saving operations. And what they do is for the safety of all Ontario families and communities. These specialized teams are run by the fire, police, and paramedic services within our municipalities and are activated under agreements with the province. In the last 2 years, these teams have responded to large-scale emergencies 7 times to help save lives, including a building collapse, chemical spills, and the discovery of suspicious white powder. With specialized teams based strategically throughout the province, we need to ensure that they are always there when we need them most, and that they arrive on scene quickly. That's why I'm proud to announce today that our government is investing $2.5 million to fund new and enhanced specialized disaster response teams across Ontario. This funding is part of our government's commitment to keep families and communities safe. Our investments will provide funding for teams with specialized rescue skills to help when people are trapped in collapsed buildings. It will also provide funding for teams responding to incidents involving chemical, biological agents, radioactive, and nuclear contamination or explosives. And it will enhance the province's ability to respond to provincial emergencies and lead educational and training programs to improve emergency response. Our funding will directly support 10 teams in 6 municipalities across Ontario: North Bay, Ottawa, Thunder Bay, Toronto, Windsor, and of course, Peterborough. Our funding will ensure that these communities and the communities nearby can respond when disaster strikes. We need to ensure that Ontario is prepared. Storms that were considered once in a century are happening more frequently. That's why today's investment will make a real difference in the lives of families in our communities. There are lots of first responders here today. I want to take this opportunity to recognize you for your bravery and the excellent job you do keeping our families and communities safe. Thank you. We are committed to providing you with the tools, resources, and supports that you need so that the people of Ontario can have the confidence that if disaster strikes, help is on its way.
The Army and the Fire Service are similar when it comes to CBRN, Hazmat, and USAR training. The main similarity is that these disciplines require a considerable amount of training and knowledge. In the Army, they say, train hard, fight easy. And that slogan is very important when it comes to the complex training required for these disciplines. The City of Peterborough is very grateful that there will be funding available to assist our training to meet our CBRN hazmat capabilities and ultimately benefit the City of Peterborough, its surrounding communities, and the province of Ontario. There will be 2 demonstrations happening. One will be a CBRN hazmat demonstration, and the other will be a HUSAR demonstration.
recall that someone has found an envelope with some powder in it, and on the envelope it says danger radiation. So most departments would not have the detection equipment to identify a radiological source. So it's very expensive to have that kind of equipment, so it's something we can bring to the table. So our guys would get called in, they take the information and decide on their selection of protective equipment. So in this case, they decided on the suits, and these guys have got SCBA, and these guys have just got an APR. So the next thing they're going to do is, based on the information given, they're going to go and choose their detection equipment off the table. We've got a series of detection equipment that goes from the very simple to very complex. And obviously in this case, RAD is going to be the number one thing, because that's indicated to us in the phone call, is radiation exposure. So like I said, detection equipment is very important. We've got several pieces of RAD detection equipment. We can actually determine what the isotope is with one of our pieces of equipment. So we go from identifying it, and then we get that information off to take this up, obviously up the chain of command, and escalate it as necessary. Or if we get nothing, we can shut it down right here and call it over. Okay. Now, one of our members over here is transferring that information back to the command post. Up in this vehicle here, we've got the ability to do research and take the information that we give and then get subject matter experts either on the phone. In this case, Ty's got an iPad, so he can go right into the hot zone and show exactly what's going on in the hot zone, right back to the command post, and we can even send that information off to our subject matter expert wherever he might be in the country. And we can bring that expertise right to the table. So a big part of Hazmat and CBRN is getting the right people on the phone depending on the situation, and getting that expertise rolling right away. In this case, we've got other detection equipment too. We have identified it as RAD, but we can also eliminate a whole lot of other things. Chemical weapons, for example, we can eliminate those. And in Hazmat, part of what we do is, if we don't know what it is right off the bat,
What we have here is a wall shore raker. We'll use this and erect this if we get to a building that's having the walls compromised and maybe tipping out. Once it's complete, we know this wall is going to be finished with a support of 8,000 pounds.
Firing.
Rakers are always built in pairs.
Firing.
We use wood because wood will give us signs that there's a problem coming. It'll start to creak and snap, and we know, okay, there's a problem, get out of the way. So we'll create two of these rakers as individual parts, and we'll come and put it up. And normally we use a thrust block to push it up against the wall, and then we tie it together to make sure it's not there. Any questions? We get these, tells you exactly what you need to do at every moment for everything, all the way up to critical injuries or post-traumatic stress is included in here as well. The tools we have with us, we have a pneumatic generator that runs our pneumatic tools, our ring saw, chainsaws, concrete saws, nail guns, and what else we got here? Generators, ropes, and if you're hungry, we have a lovely
Pound cake.
No, yes, you get pound cake if you sort through. Are ready to make meals. They're awesome. Search. When we do a search, we'll come out with dogs. And dogs will indicate there could be somebody trapped in this building. And then we'll bring out our camera system we have here. The camera system is also Wi-Fi suitable. So send it back to the command post from up to 2 kilometers away, and that can be shipped back to Toronto or to the kiosk, whoever needs to see it, in a cell phone link system. We have pinhole cameras, something you can see in the area. Put a couple of these in between to help piggyback the signal back to the vehicle. Yeah, the supplies are wood, medical, food, water, hydration, showers, everything. It can't be set up a camp, and we're required to be self-sufficient for 10 days.